Hey guys, it's Jennifer Party. So I'm here for the monthly check-in where we talk about Venus and the Moon. Today they're meeting up they just met up in the sign of Cancer, where Jupiter is also hanging out. So that bears some mention because Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. It's actually the only planet. So Jupiter is a diurnal planet. It prefers the daytime. It's the only planet that has its exaltation in the opposite sect. In other words, sect being day or night. So in other words, Jupiter is exalted in a sign of the moon, in a night sign, even though it's a day planet. And there's something about that, Jupiter being faith, about this need to come home to our bodies, our families, our heart center beliefs, and that being where true faith, true Jupiterian faith is able to really bloom. And Venus and the moon meeting up there. Of course, the moon is the domicile ruler of Cancer. So we've got two planets that rule Cancer in various ways coming together along with Venus. And so the theme that I'm really hearing and feeling is about coming home to ourselves. Yeah. There are a lot of challenges right now, especially with the squares that are happening to the Cancer planets. On one hand, we have Saturn and Neptune and Aries squaring them, and on the other hand, we have Mars and Libra squaring them. There are a lot of demands. Maybe a certain amount of impatience with ourselves to meet those demands, or a desire to kind of break free from them. And the only way we can really navigate this is by prioritizing our emotional regulation. That's what I think right now is really most important with this very Cancerian time in terms of Jupiter and Venus and the moon. That we can't just brush under the rugs the needs of our psyche and the needs of our body, or there will be consequences. And so I invite you to just do a daily check-in and to ask yourself, what do you need, and what is your soul speaking to you today? Like, how does it want to guide or direct you? Remembering that faith comes from within. That guidance, that inner guidance comes from within. And we're meant to align our bodies, our hearts, along with our faith, to follow these internal messages. It's really important right now. And while not just listening to the voice of fear, which can be quite loud, I know, we do need to make sure that we have a place of safety to come back to. It's very important. This meetup, as far as Venus and the Moon, is also the third gate, which is, according to the Inanna text that I have, is where Inanna surrenders her gold ring, which is very interesting. So we could consider the gold ring. We can also consider the solar plexus chakra. And it makes me wonder, like, who it is that we've pledged ourselves to. I think of that with the gold ring. Maybe that ring was a special gift, indicating some kind of pledge, but also a status kind of symbol. So where is it that we're getting our sense of confirmation and our sense of worthiness, and taking action based on that? because the third chakra, there's a protectiveness element, but that's also where our personal power resides. And the question is the power coming from, is it granted by other people, right? Or is it coming from within? Now, if we surrender our protectiveness around that third chakra, if we let down some of those walls and barriers, can we still tune in to listen to the inner guidance that is directing us? Because that is supremely important. So it's not about, if we're not just guarding ourselves and cutting ourselves off, walling ourselves off, right? We still need to be able to be honest about our emotional needs and trust that we will be okay if we are honest, communicating with those around us, like, this is what I need right now. I'm really feeling drawn to the heart there too, which is very interesting. So I don't think there's any way to process this solar plexus gate without actually also going back and tuning into the heart. So there's like some kind of communication, also communion that needs to happen between the center of power in the belly and also our heart knowing. So some thoughts for you guys. Please take good care of yourselves. Nourish yourself properly. And every day is a new opportunity to go within, to check in, and receive that inner guidance. So, love you all, and I will see you again soon. Next month, but probably sooner.